This video is intended for adult collectors only.
Hola a todos, it's Nadi. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I talk about dolls and stuff like that. So hi, today I want to get a little serious with you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I do have some dolls and some shit to unbox and review y todo eso, but I also wanted to take some time to just talk about stuff, talk about doll things, talk about doll topics. I want to go over and talk about so far all the 2020 I want to go over and talk about all of the most recent releases in terms of playlines for dolls that we have been having and some future upcoming doll releases. And I really want to talk about this just because look, there's still so much dolls. I'm just like, girl, I literally just unboxed series 1 from Shadow High and I still have to accumulate fucking Shadow High series 2. Y luego ya viene freaking series 5 of Rainbow. It's just it's all happened all at once. Everything all at once. I kind of want to talk about some of the ones that I've been having my eye on for this new year, that I want to obtain that are already out on retail stores, and then some that my opinions about the upcoming ones and if there are going to be ones that I'm going to be adding to my collection or not. That was just so unnecessary. What an intro. Let's just get into it. Out into the world, January 2023, new year. Everything's looking great. Everything's looking fresh. You ate your like fucking 12 uvas. I think it's 12 uvas. You took your luggage all around your house to make sure you have great travel luck. And what else do you fucking do? I don't know what else you fucking do. You sing some karaoke, you celebrate the new year, and you hug all your family, and then you go and you find out some new dolls got released, and it's like a great feeling. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this in order, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Some of the first dolls that have been released since 2023 or at the start: LOL OMG Sunshine Makeover dolls. These dolls are really cute. We have, I think, a total of 4 dolls within this line. We have 3 just separate dolls, and then we have like a fun pack or something like that. All of these dolls are just very pastel, and then once you put them in direct sunlight or some shit like that, then the colors get a little bit more vibrant. What's the word? Saturated. So I think that's really cool. If I was a kid, I would really enjoy that. As an adult collector though, I definitely prefer them in pastel because they look really cute. It's such cute colorful Por favor, santo Dios, I'm getting like it. It's just a really cute concept. I love the aesthetic. I love all of it. So I think it's really cute how they're like pastels. How can we implement them in different aesthetics? Let's talk about Sunrise. So for her, she's like a groovy doll, which I think is so cute, like very 70s 80s groove babe kind of inspired, but pastel version, right? A very flower power, very cute. I love her earrings and I love her hair and I love the print, but el vestido, the dress, is not really preferred, but I still think she's very cute. Then we have Bubblegum, and she's more of like a roller skater. She's honestly my favorite. She very much looks like a Pokemon character, and her hair is like very cotton candy. And I think what's his face, Angel, mentioned this in one of his videos when he was unboxing these girlies, that they look like not like Digimon trainers or something like that, because she has these big ass glasses, and I very much agree. It does give very much like main character energy. Then we have Switches, which she is, we saw her leak like a long ass time ago because we saw the baby hairs. She is adorable. I love her so much. I think she falls more into like, oh yeah, this is what is expected when you want to use pastel colors. This is an aesthetic, this is a style, this is a lifestyle, right, that a lot of people are into, which is very much like Lolita inspired, pastel, like cutie inspired, whatever names these kind of aesthetics are called. She's so cute. I love her black and white hair. It's probably my favorite. And she's just very cute. She's very adorable. And then for the big pack, like the fashion, like the giant pack, I don't know what they're called. We have, what's her face, Stellar Girl. she's like a unicorn, so she's more like that pastel unicorn, which we saw a lot earlier in the late 2000s, I think. She's not my favorite. I love her pigtails and stuff like that, but I don't like her main dress. But you know, I love the heels. I love some of the pieces in the fashion pack, but she doesn't just like reach out. She doesn't catch my interest, if that makes sense. Like, she just doesn't speak out to me. No me llama la atención. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, she's just all right. I definitely prioritize of this line bubblegum and stitches. Bubblegum, that's cute. It's part of her aesthetic, but it's also, is that me? But it's also her name. What's happening? That just scared me. Someone's knocking. No, they were released. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I got a little scared. I heard some noises. I heard a little scary tapping, and I got terrified, and I went and I ran into my roommate's room while they were streaming, and I just stayed there and waited until they were done. And then they came and checked the apartment out with me, checked my closet, checked my bathroom, checked everything. No one's in the house. We're good to go. They also heard it, so maybe it was something upstairs or some pipes or something. So that it was a whole thing. But anyways, in literally late January, we got series 5. We got Michelle, we got Kim, we have Priscilla, we have Victoria, we have Olivia, and we have Aiden. So we finally have another boy doll, which is really exciting, which is like 2 boy dolls in a row. Did series 3? What the heck is even series 3? What is Rainbow High series 3? Like, did we forget what that was? Because I did. They're already out in stores, by the way. They're already out in stores. I already saw them in my local Target. I really want Michelle, Olivia, and Kim. Those are my top favorites. Those are the ones that I really want. Aiden, his hair's a little weird, but I do want him because I love his clothes. Victoria's probably like a maybe. She's pretty, I'm not gonna deny it, and I know she's everybody's favorite, and I love her lipstick, and she's very fantasy, and I love that about her. She's very cute, and I love all the freckles. She's a cute doll, but she's not like on the top that I want. And the one I'm really iffy about is definitely Como Se Llama. I think that's Priscilla. She kind of looks like the Nana Flamingo girl. I forgot their name. Yeah, I love her heels though. Her heels are very killer. They're very cute. I kind of hope we get those in the surprise shoes, or we get other dolls with them because they're really cute. I'm gonna move on to this one just because it's very specific and it's probably never gonna happen again. I'm not really like about like those big dolls, like the American Girl, or what are they called in Target? My Girl. I don't know what they're called, but I've never been really into those kind of dolls. I only have my Amaya, which is like that really tall doll. That's about it. When I was younger, me and my sister, we found these fucking baby dolls in the fucking dumpsters because that's the kind of child that's what we would do. We would literally go to the dumpster and like salvage toys because that's how we got our toys. We found these 2 dolls in the dumpster, and during the day, perfect, great. But at night, it was terrifying. I was like scared of Chucky. And so I would be like, this doll is gonna come out at night and freaking kill me. But during the day, we were totally fine. We were like BFFs. We would make them make out and stuff like that. It was fine. But at night, I was like, they're gonna kill me. Like, these fucking lesbian dolls are gonna kill me. That was like my only experience with like bigger dolls like that. And I've never been really interested afterwards in obtaining any. But American Girl doll just came out with a new historical doll. And it's a 90s doll. So the 90s are officially a historical year, and they came out with 1999 dolls. And they actually are two of them. So they're twins. They're fraternal twins. So they're not identical, they're fraternal. And one is like super preppy, like very clueless, but the other one is like a skater girl, and I love her. I love her so much. I do feel like the accessories for one of them is called Isabel, the other one's called Nikki. Isabel's like the preppy girl, and Nikki is like the more skater tom girly-ish one. And mira, like everything about her is just so cool. I love the highlights in her hair. I love her shoes. She's a skater. All her accessories, even her bedroom, like the aliens, the cheetah print, the animal print, the plastic couch, everything like that, the CD player, like she's so cool. And she's like so misunderstood, and she's like what, like 11 or something, or 9. I actually don't know how old these dolls are. I was born in the late 90s, but I watched a lot of 80s and 90s movies and just consumed a lot of that, because if you know, you know. If you know about thrift stores media, then you know. I don't have to explain it. I don't have to explain it. You're just surrounded by like 90s culture and films and everything, and clothes. 90s clothes, that's your life. And I feel like at the same time, a lot of this was also already still existing in the early 2000s. She's just so cute, and I want everything from her. But these dolls are expensive. Like one doll's like $200, like $100 some dollars. Like, and then her bed and her couch and everything is like 300 something. So I'm like assuming just the whole, to get both of the dolls or to get the whole place at like $1,000 maybe. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, y'all really spend that much money on dolls? Because then I go to the thrift store and a regular American Girl doll is like what, like $20? I was like, what the fuck? I've never in my mind, I was like, I would never expected them to be that much. You know what I mean? She has like 3 outfits. She's so cool, and I like her. Moving on to Mattel, we're going straight into Monster High. This year, the beginning of this year, correct me if I'm wrong, Monster High slowly started throwing out, or some places all around the country, the US, started seeing ¿cómo se dice? Skulltimate secrets. Like ultimate secrets, but Skulltimate secrets. Okay. Me tropeza. Tres tristes trigues traban trigo en un tribal. Skulltimate secrets. That took forever. Anyways, we have Claudine, Frankie, Draculaura, Laguna, and Cleo. So this is series 1 so far. They come with like a little locker with a doll, and then like 4 little areas or pockets for surprises, which is very, very cute. Some of these dolls we saw leaks a while ago. I haven't seen anywhere near me. I haven't seen them out in stores, and I don't know if they're available on Amazon. I do want to grab 1 or 2. I think Draculaura, definitely. She's very, very cute. I love the little hat. I love the lace top, and I love her hair, the black bangs with the pink hair. I think my second favorite is definitely going to be, it's kind of complicated because I like Frankie. I love them a lot. They're super cool. I love like their accessories, but they did, and their makeup. I love the neon and the pink, but there was a little, and the clear boots. Like the clear boots are so cool. Like that's really cool. But there was a little bit of controversy with, you know, like the hat and just the zap and like certain weird like things that some dog collectors that are also part of like the Jewish community was like, that's a little weird. And you know, with all this anti-Semitic kind of rhetoric that has been being spread that all over lately, it's kind of makes sense to like bring this up. I am very much grew up in like in high school and a little bit more in like the alternative subculture. I was very much into rockabilly, psychobilly, punk, rock, all that kind of stuff. And in those outskirts, which is like so weird because like thinking about how this music like derives from and things like that, a lot of it always ends up with finding a group of like skinheads or white supremacists or like weird ass Nazis. Like somehow that's just how it is. Like when I first joined, like when I first started with like rockabilly, psychobilly scene, I thought it was super cool, thought it was super nice, but then it ended up being like very like nationalist, and then very like white supremacist, and like it was like very like, ooh, wait a minute, what's going on? Like there is such a very thin border. And because Frankie, I think they kind of represent Monster High in general, like monsters in general, like classic horror films, there's like an intersectionality when it comes to these like subcultures, because it's these interests and aesthetics that kind of intersect. And so yeah, sometimes you find people like drawing like Nazi versions of monsters and like things like that, or like using like fucking Nazi regalia, you know. So it's important to keep that in mind. I do notice that there was a lot of like queer individuals that kind of partook and took that kind of like power back into like fashion and things like that, because at the same time people that were part of the queer community were also targeted. So it was like taking power back. I don't know, but I know that Frankie is also part of the queer community, and this hat's also very common within the queer community. So, but I definitely do like their shoes. Like their shoes are probably what gets me, and their makeup is what gets me. Moving into dolls that will be released hopefully in 2023, sticking with Monster High and Skullmate Secrets, we got some advertisement pictures of the possible series 2, or maybe it's confirmed series 2, for Skullmate Secrets. People were saying that this is like a winter version, and let me tell you, these dolls are probably 100%, like 10 times killing series 1. Like they are devouring, slaughtering. They are just so freaking cute. Obviously my top favorite, Frankie in general. I've always loved Frankie because Frankenstein, the monster Frankenstein, is my favorite monster. Their face is beautiful. Their hair is beautiful. Like, oh, their outfit's cute. I love the boots. I love the plaid skirt. I love the band, the spiky band, and the popsicle. They're just so cute. Cleo, that's another one. Cleo, she came from like, I don't care about her, to be like, she's probably in second. I don't have a Cleo doll, but this is a Cleo doll that I want. I like the first one that came out. Okay, cool. And then what else? Skullmate Secrets. Okay, but Skullmate Secrets series 2, she's like, she could, like, I'm attracted. Like they're so beautiful. Like she's giving everything she needs to give. Like, oof. Those eyes. And I think the lip color just makes her face look so beautiful. So, and the huaraches that she has, they actually look good on her. Not gonna lie, I love the boots. The shoes are so cute. Some of these, like especially with Claudine and Laguna, I feel like they could have had potential to really make them good. Like Frankie, I feel, is just so top tier. Cleo is just so top tier. You know, even if like their outfits, like Cleo's outfits for me, they're just like all right, but her huaraches, her accessories, her face in general is just so beautiful. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with like Claudine and with Laguna, in my opinion. And I feel like the same with Draculaura, but I feel like Draculaura kind of makes up for it almost too what's it called? Overcompensates. She overcompensates with all of the amazing clothes and accessories she comes with. But yeah, that's how I feel on that. Sticking with Monster High, we've also had some first image, not leaks, but official like advertisements for new characters within G3. And we got Claude, and we got, I fuck up her name, Abby Abominable. Abby Abominable. That sounds just so weird. The way I hear people say her name all the time, and I'm like, yeah, Abby Abominable. But when I try to say it doesn't feel right. They're very cute. I will definitely be getting both of them. Claude is adorable. There were some sketches from some people saying like that he was missing a lot of facial hair. Some people call him ugly, but I think he's actually pretty handsome. I love his clothes. I love his accessories, his water bottle, his face, his ears. He's very, very cute. I love him. And he has brown hair. Me eyeing the fuck out of Claudine. Where's your dark brown hair? Why does he get brown hair and you don't? That's fucked up. And then Abby just looks so gorgeous. So her outfit in general is very cute. It's very modern. I think it goes very well with G3 itself. A lot of the clothes is more modern, more like this is what normal teens would wear. Ooh, like this is just more what's in fashion, what's trendy, right? It doesn't really stick to like they're a monster and this is the aesthetic that belongs to the monsters that they are children of. Like it's not really like that, you know. It's more of a modern take instead of like a traditional classic approach. So I love the bell bottoms, I love the tee, I love the t-shirt with the snowflake. Yeah, I love it. And I love that she's big bodied. I love it. Big body. She basically just has a curvy body. They're not like, they just have wider hips, curvier hips. I guess they're supposed to be plus size, but they're not. They're not. They're just a curvier doll. And it's great though. It's great. I'm not trying to deny it, but there's just some really shady people out there calling these girls fat. My opinions on anyways, let's not focus on that. Let's not throw that negative energy towards her. She's beautiful. I love her snowflake the repetition snowflakes in her her clothes. I think it's very, very cute. I love her backpack. I like her little pet. I love her little accessories. She also comes with an ice cream cone that's black, which I think is very, very cute. All right, I'm gonna focus on two last ones. We're gonna go back and travel back to MGA, and we are going to talk about LOL OMG Fierce line. And we have been seeing some leaks for a while, so these are actual official leaks. I guess not leaks, but we first saw them as leaks, but now we have actual concept art. Now we have actual pictures of the doll themselves, of Candylicious and Miss Kitty K. And this is just beautiful. We for a second thought that, not we, but there was, you know, the community, we're ridiculous sometimes. Mania, we're freaking crazy, okay? We thought for a second that they were gonna stop the Fierce line, and so when the leaks came out of Candylicious and Kitty K, a lot of people were upset because maybe the dolls were just not gonna be produced anymore, and that shit spread like wildfire. LOLMG Fierce canceled. Done. The hysteria that takes over our doll community, that's a problem that we need to talk about. Because what's going on? Get off your platforms, your social platforms that you use to interact with the doll community, and just go fucking breathe clean air. Go outside, maybe. Go outside. Go for a walk. Go touch grass. How they say it. Go touch grass. Literally, like, go fucking... The hysteria, man. It's too much. It's circulating back that we are getting these dolls after all, and I am so excited. I love the Fierce dolls. They're like the first dolls I reviewed coming back to this channel after a long time, and they are so beautiful. They're so... and I love them. 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 Okay, so thank you all for sticking around and bearing with me as I just spill my guts out at 11 at night after a traumatic experience, a traumatic ghost encounter. No, I'm just kidding. The last one I really want to talk about is the tried and true, my favorite brand or favorite doll line of all time, Barrettes. And they are coming out with a reproduction of Pretty and Punk. Yo, we have come a long way. First of all, we have come a long way in terms of reproductions. Like, I have the first ones. You know, they're not bad. They came out okay. You know what I mean? We had to get a different batch of Sasha because the first one was a little weird. I mean, this Sasha actually looks pretty cute, but Rock Angel's reproduction was quite sad. And then we had a little chaotic adventure with Roxy, but then she ended up turning out all right. And then they also did pretty well with a second set of releases of just random dolls like Kiana, Megan, Nevra. I have my original Kumi, but I was able to get second outfits for her. we've seen progress. We see the hard work and we see the fruits of their labor with this reproduction of Pretty and Punk. Is it the best? No. But is it darn close to the best? Maybe. Darn close to... We didn't think we'd make it this far. First of all, with Rock Angels, we had zero hope. And maybe there was their tactic the whole time. Let's set the bar so low that the bare minimum is actually glorified. Because I think this is what happened. I definitely think this is what happened. And you know what's even more sadder? I feel like they're only going to get better over time. And I feel like the ones that they're releasing now, especially Pretty and Punk, such a good line. They're not going to get to really reap and be fruitful, you know. But they're not that bad. So they are reproducing the first three girls. We have pictures of them. So we have Yasmin, we have Chloe, and then we have Jade, and they don't look bad. They obviously don't look like the original. I think the difference is that their faces are a little bit wider. Maybe it depends on like the material they're using for the face. Maybe there's just a pattern that just seems a lot safer to go with based on like the materials they have, whatever. But honestly, they don't look bad. I think compared to like the originals, they don't look bad. I for some reason think it's really hard to get Jade. Like Jade is just so hard to replicate. But I think they try their darn bestest. I was never allowed to have Pretty and Punk. Like, I in general couldn't even afford a lot of Bratz dolls when I was younger. Like, I was able to have a lot of Grails. Not gonna lie. Back then there weren't Grails. Now they're considered Grail dolls. But I had a quite abundance of what is now considered Grail dolls. But it still wasn't like a lot. It was probably a total of like less than 20 dolls, you know what I mean? And some of them were like from the thrift store. So some of them were missing like half of their outfits. But there was just some dolls that I just couldn't have. Like my parents were super religious. I just couldn't even dare to ask for like the fucking spooky dolls, you know what I mean? So I just always saw them on the doll aisles. I never really got to like actually buy them, you know what I mean? So this is gonna be like my first time experiencing these dolls, and I'm okay with that. Like I think I'm okay with that. I love them. They're very cute. The packaging is great. It's good enough for me. I think if I just stop comparing them to the original ones, I think ignorance is bliss in this situation, because looking at these pictures themselves, I think they're fine. I think they're more than fine. It gets me so excited because I never had the experience of unboxing these as a kid, when I definitely could have had that experience, you know what I mean? So it feels good. It feels good for me. I consider this a win. So whatever. Now, some pictures that we do not have. It is said that they are also going to be reproducing the boys from this line, as well as finally giving us a Sasha for this line. So Sasha originally was not part of this line. It was only the three of them, which was like a little weird because like alternative subcultures and fashion aesthetics, it roots a lot in music, and a lot of that music has a lot of... The roots of it is definitely within like the black community, the black culture, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's kind of... That's why it's so fucking weird why there's like fucking a lot of like Nazis and white supremacists within these kind of subcultures, these countercultures, because it's just like, do you even know where this music originated from? Like, do you know? Justice for Sasha, for Pretty and Punk, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get the boys too, and I don't have any pictures for that, but once we get them, I am so psyched. I'm living, and I need more space for my Bratz dolls. Thank you so much everyone for joining me today. Thank you for sticking it out with me as we review dolls of 2023. I can't wait to show you all of the dolls that I end up getting from the ones that we mentioned so far. I really just want to say that even though we're excited for these new dolls, you don't have to be worried about obtaining them all at once, right? that's kind of like the fun part, the stressful part, the frustrating part, but also the fun part, okay? Don't forget, it's also the fun part. Like, your life doesn't have to revolve around being caught up or the fear of missing out or experiencing FOMO, right? It's about your collection. It's about, at least for me, it's about having an experience and positive experience with dog collecting or collecting in general. So don't get caught up. It's nice to be excited about these things and the potential things that we can get, and we can talk about buying all of them, but you know, you don't have to. Collect at your own pace. If there's anything from me that I hope that you guys get out, is collect at your own pace. It's okay. It's okay. All right, that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, bye everyone.